the so Amazon, who seem to have their toes and everything. That's saying toes and everything, their hands and
Yes.
everything. I don't know. Have purchased MGM Studios. Now, MGM Studios is the studios who are iconic. It's the big roaring
Yeah.
lion at the start of every movie.
Hmm.
So Rocky, Creed, Robocop, James Bond, of course, for 8.45 billion. That's just ridiculous money. I honestly think most of that billion is for James Bond because that's the biggest IP that they probably have. Like Rocky,
That was mostly for that.
yeah, yeah, and but Rocky is big, but Sylvester Stallone's not going to come back for another Rocky movie. And if you were to reboot Rocky, I don't think it would do as well, maybe as a movie. Creed is living on with Creed, but stuff like that. But RoboCop has been a failure at the box office the last while, like the movies and stuff like that. But it just hasn't been doing well. I'd like to see a series, of course, on Amazon stuff like that. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
this is ridiculous. Like Amazon bought this studio. Now, James Bond side of things, it will still hit theaters. The people who own James Bond have come out in a statement and said this, that it's still going to be a theatrical movie. That doesn't mean, though, that Amazon don't want spin-offs of James Bond and series of James Bond, some characters in that world for Amazon exclusively. I think that's going to happen. We could get maybe spin-offs of Rocky, Robocop, stuff like that. We just don't know what's going to happen, but this is insane. A few years ago, the first to do it were Disney, who bought Fox. Then we have Discovery coming in and purchasing Warner Media, HBO Max, and stuff like that. Now we have Amazon getting in on the game too. And it won't be too long, I'd say, until Netflix make an inquiry about somebody to buy, So that's just the way things are going right now. But Amazon, in fair play to them, they have released movies in theaters as well. It's not just like they're taking a studio and putting all that stuff onto the streaming service. They're very respectful. They put movies into the theaters for a few weeks and then they put them on Amazon.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So, like, Casey, what's your thoughts on MGM being purchased, one of the most famous studios of all time being purchased by Amazon? Is this the end, or is it just adapting to the money world that we're in right now?
Yeah, I think it's a great deal. Actually, I think that they got it for a good price because 8 billion is like 9 Bond movies, and they'll recover that.
Chump change.
Yeah,
We all have we all have 8 billion sitting around the house.
9 Bond movies, and they'll recover that back probably. So
Oh, there well.
it's not that big of a deal. I think they got a good deal, especially because they have this much IP, and I think they also have some TV shows like Fargo, and I guess Fargo is under that, and some other
Yeah,
TV shows. So that's a good deal actually. So Amazon will be making great content with that, and I hope that they go ahead and buy some more studios. I don't know who they'll go after next, but it's just funny because Sony just came out and randomly said that Sony CEO confirms that they're not selling Sony Studios yet. Like nobody asked. Not Sony Studios, Sony
yeah.
Pictures.
Well, Apple has WWDC coming up in the
Yeah,
next couple of weeks. They might announce that they just bought Sony.
yeah. It's
That was literally like Sony saying, "We're not for sale yet."
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
like someone comes in.
So yeah, I think it's a good deal, and it's it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Is Alex? Do you think they're going to devalue the name of James Bond if they make spin-off series or prequels or stuff like that for Amazon exclusively?
On the quality because the IP is valuable. It is a type of a franchise that could have a potential spin-off. So, kind of as a TV series, it doesn't have to be based around Bond itself. It could be on MI6. It could be on a Q. It's a lot of things you can do within that universe, or even you could be focusing on the American side as well, like working with a Bond. And I don't think it would devalue it per se. It could actually revitalize interest into the Bond franchise because the interest has been there. It's always been strong, but then also lately with every Bond series, with every new Bond, there's excitement in the beginning, but then it just deteriorates within the end. So hopefully this could help them just push forward because Bond has been one of the only series that has kept to its core aesthetics ever since the beginning. Because it's always been the same. It's just the British spy, a womanizer, handsome, quirky gadgets. You got Q. You got these crazy villains, whether they're like in a volcano with a cat, something, and everything's like world ending. But it's always been the same with everything, and they never even changed it. And they've always spoke about they may have a girl Bond or a Bond that's a different ethnicity. And also with Daniel Craig, that was a huge change because Bond hasn't really been blonde haired in the films. It's always been someone looking like Pierce Brosnan, for instance. That was like the only big change, and even then, that was like caused an uproar within the Bond community. So I'm seeing good things for it, but I'm more excited on the other IP that MGM has that needs loving, and that of course is RoboCop. Been a fan ever since I was a kid. Loved the films, loved the series that they had, the limited series of the cartoon. The new movie, they tried, but that's a film, especially within our time, will be great. Especially just bringing back to that harsh satirical view of of our world. It was something that was a great that director brought in. Peter Weller was phenomenal as RoboCop, and a little tidbit, he was my professor back in Syracuse. So that was kind of cool that RoboCop taught me ancient history at one time.
That's pretty interesting because I've seen a few RoboCop movies, but I was never really invested into them. So it's interesting to hear that insight from you. But yeah,
they might do a Bond cinematic universe.
You never know. I just hope that it doesn't devalue Bond because there's so many different versions of Batman out there and stuff, and Superman, and Bond is a very unique IP because it just makes a movie every 4 or 5 years. Different actor plays it then maybe every decade. That's something pretty unique and something interesting to have, but that might change in the next 5 or 6 years. It'd be interesting to see if James Bond, the IP, can adapt to that, and if its hardcore audiences like it. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, but even though they bought MGM, they have kept the MGM studio. It's not like they're adding that to Amazon Studios. They're still having the MGM division, so I don't think much will change, but MGM will definitely get more resources to make stuff. So that would be good.
And they when it hits theaters, and then when it finishes a theatrical run, it'll probably hit Amazon quicker, which is better for us fans of Amazon as well. You don't have to wait too long to watch. Yeah, you won't have to wait too long to watch the movie again. So that's probably a